Do you hate Dash? Do you not play Fog? Have you only ever leveled Switch? Well, then the choice of character should be obvious. If you were like me when you started playing, you probably bought Switch initially because she's the smallest scavenger in the game, which means you can stealth better and laugh at the hunter while you do it. Unfortunately, if you were also like me, you left to go play a scavenger who was infinitely better in every way. Personally, my ranking for scavengers goes as follows: Dash, Fog, Inked, Sawbones, Switch, and Ghost. You may be wondering why Switch is near the bottom. Well, besides the fact there really can't be anything worse than Ghost, Switch's good points are outclassed by other scavengers, making her a subpar pick. The problem with Switch is that everything she does, other scavengers can do better. She gets a hit off of Fog's gamer fuel when she delivers blood, but unfortunately she only gets a small amount comparatively. The build I use is good for blood running, but Dash is just better at blood running all around. During the editing process of this video, the Gold Rush patch was launched. Code optimization was reworked, making him grab blood faster. This makes Dash an even better blood runner than he already was. But currently, Toil Together and code optimization gives 5 blood almost instantly if you feel like making the hunter's day a fucking nightmare. However, her abilities are probably the worst two in the game. At least on Ghost, you can get lucky and play against a hunter who can't track for shit. If you use smoke and they hit you once, you aren't going to last long unless you have a Sawbones or Fog jammed firmly up your ass. And Clone isn't going to save you from getting blown off the side of a cliff. Basically, her two powers require that you get a hunter that either can't aim or can't think. You think clones are trash. You don't know how to find blood. You're sad because code optimization was reworked and then you moved to Switch. You don't know how to manage stamina for shit, which if you play like me, then that last one is very important. The general playstyle with this build, as far as I've experienced, is to play like a Dash and blood run as consistently as you can. That is, until you inevitably get found and forget how to use smoke correctly. Playing Switch is more like a mix between Dash and Sawbones. You want to be doing as much blood as you can, but because of your limited capabilities, you're going to be bush camping quite a bit. Of course you could try and play like Walmart Fog and use your passive to run from the hunter, but know that your chances of getting away are slim unless the hunter decides you aren't worth the time and decides to go kill your healers. You could deliver blood when your teammates are getting chased, but be prepared as they'll probably only give you about 5 seconds if you're lucky. When the mid-game rolls around, your options are fairly limited as the killer begins welcoming everyone to Drone World. At this stage of the game, you usually just accept your fate and kill yourself or hope to God your team isn't getting fisted and is helping you. If you do unfortunately get found, just whip out the old Dead by Daylight technique of running in circles around an object hoping to God your team is doing the objective, which in this game is pretty much never unless there's a dash around. You can lose the hunter like this using smoke, but get used to evading, sliding, and climbing around the constructs as erratically as possible so the hunter has a mild mental stroke and just decides he has better things to do. However, if you're using clones and you somehow end up in this situation, you might as well just be asking the hunter to remove you from the game entirely. Speaking of which, clones are better used as a diversion tactic rather than an oh shit button. For example, shooting clones into a faraway drone to lead the dumb killers away, or firing clones at teammates who think standing in the open while healing is a smart idea are good ways to divert the hunter. That being said, clones are almost completely unlikely to work in a chase, and if you brought these, your main goal is to almost never be in a chase or risk dying about 3 seconds in. If you're playing against an Inquisitor, you are fucked as turrets will still target you through smoke and clones only kinda distract them. And good luck even trying to play clones or smokes against the Hacksaw Poacher who will probably be too busy holding down Mass 1 to give a shit about them. In the endgame, you have less choices than most, as almost every scavenger but you has an easy out. Fog has his super speed when heat of the moment and fleet feet, Dash has speed in general, Ghost and Inked have camo stacking, and Sawbone still sucks. You, on the other hand, either sit in your smoke and hope that some dash is getting tunneled, or make a sprint for the X's with an entourage of clones while the hunter's occupied. If you still manage to get out of that, congrats! Enjoy your pitiful iron and blood count. And after about 100 games, maybe you'll be stacked enough to buy just one of these wonderful outfits, such as the Clowns, the Cheapo sets, and the Edgy set. All in all, Switch is okay. Just don't play her if you plan on winning, grinding, or having fun.
You guys all think you're so much better than me!
Oh,
Switch.
that is the least
Meta.
thing I have ever heard.